Hey, what's up? I'm Scott LaRock, welcoming you to the 2020 Crop Over Souvenir. Joining me to bring you all the sights, sounds, fun, and festivities is Allison.
Thanks, Scott. The Nation Publishing has been publishing the Crop Over Souvenir for many years. With no festival this year, we're going to present to you the 2020 Crop Over Souvenir, the digital series.
We're going to be chatting with the likes of Allison Hines, RPB, Edwin, and so many more as they tell us what Crop Over means to them.
Conducting the interviews for this year's Crop Over Souvenir is the nation's very own Andrea King.
On this episode, we talk to Party Monarch King of Kings, Edwin.
Win, win, win. That was the headline in the Nation newspaper back in 1995 when you did the three-peat at the East Coast. And you're back here now today. How does that make you feel?
It's a humbling and awesome feeling, just looking around, being the first person to win a competition up here, being a part of these semi-finals and all that used to happen up here is amazing. It's amazing. You can just feel everything coming back to you right now.
As Edwin reminisces, he tells us how he actually got started in Crop Over and the competition.
I remember we were preparing to be a part of the tent, Bacchanal tent at the time, I think it was. And we decided, well, while we were in the tent, why not go into competition? So we were actually not really thinking about competition at the time. We were just thinking about being a part of the tent. But we decided, well, yeah, why not try to be in the tent and sing a song and see what happens. So I was trying to get some people to write some songs for me, but they were a bit busy preparing themselves as well. So I decided, well, let me just write one myself. So I wrote Voice in my head, and Phil Phillips, who was my manager at the time, he came back to me. He said, you might need two because I heard that there's a competition coming up called the Party Monarch. I said, oh, well, let me try to win all two then. And he said, well, you never know, you might win. They will march through if you do it. I said, well, let me go for all three. And he said that same thing. And we laughed it off, not being very serious. And I got home and saw everything that was going on, and keep talking to him and everything. And we came up with the idea to write a song about Over Delhi, along with Voice in My Head. And from the time the song was released, it just took off. My life was different.
The performance of Oba, the winning song in the inaugural Party Monarch competition, set a very high standard, one that influenced the many elaborate presentations in subsequent contests even today. Edwin talks about that and about his winning formula for creating hit songs almost every year.
I just think a lot of it was very, very new to Barbados. The show part of showbiz, we thought that we should bring out that, the theater. We always thought that theater would work anywhere. And it was such a unique thing to be at a competition that was held during the day where the visual would be seen even better. So we just took advantage of that more or less. We probably were the first people competing in any kind of competition like that would have brought in dancers and everything. We just thought it was theater, period. And formula, I just think things gelled a lot together. We had fantastic people like the late Robert Weeks working with us, the same Phil Phillips working with us. So there were so many talented people working together that, maybe that was the formula. But when we get here, we always knew that we wanted to transform the performance into more than a performance. And basically that's supposed to be working. Mm-hmm. I personally don't feel that I have a particular formula. I just thought that everyday life, a lot of the songs that I would write was everyday life basically was a part of it. The fun side, the philosophical side, the conscious side, and all these things while you're living, while you're being around people and stuff. I always wanted to embrace it and write.
Everyone had Crop Over this year for obvious reasons. Talk about how important the festival is.
I mean, we can start from the financial side of it, where we know that the Crop Over Festival is a huge money earner for Barbados. It's a huge money earner from the standpoint of people coming in for that time. The festival itself, so many people eat because of the festival. When I say it means so many people are able to sell, vendors, everything, do be a part of it, a real part of this entire thing. So for me, it obviously is going to be missed. There's so many people that would miss out on it, but we missed out on it for the right reasons so that we could enjoy it next year.
When Edwin came to the soca and calypso competition in 1995, he was already a star, and just the year before had released Pump Me Up, a smash hit with his band Krosfyah. His love for ballad and R&B are clearly heard in his style of singing, and that's no surprise since he won his first national singing competition with a ballad. That was the Richard Stout Teen Talent Contest. Edwin has written all of the soca songs that he sings, and you'd be surprised to learn who's among his influences.
There are many very talented artists here in Barbados. There are people that we would not even consider that I drew my influences from. We start at the top with the likes of the Mighty Gabby, the likes of the Red Plastic Bag, but then there are guys that were always out there that are totally unknown, like Richard X, that sang a song called I Come to Fete. The melody and movement that I always thought that moves me. A gentleman that people would never believe by the name of Pitcher. His spirit inside in his music, the spirit that comes with his music. For me, Krosfyah, the band Krosfyah and the members of Krosfyah, we used to literally just rehearse and have fun, have a ball doing his music. So I always thought those things were very influential in my style of writing.
Edwin started in entertainment at age 14 when he won the Teen Talent Contest, and he launched into his career some 6 years later with the start of Krosfyah, the band he helped to form with Michael Agard, Tony Bailey and Felix Ford. Their debut album, Ultimate Dance Party Pump Me Up, released in 1995, remains the biggest selling one in the soca genre. Edwin reflects on just over 30 years in the industry.
I am very, very, very grateful, very humbled to have had such a long lasting career. I have had opportunities that I probably could have gone afield and try other things, but the genre of soca music always drew me, and my people, the Barbadian people and the culture. I've always, I'm so passionate to be a part of Crop Over. Walking down Spring Garden as a little boy and hearing Grano on a speaker and just saying to yourself, I wish that I could hear myself on that speaker one day, for it to actually be coming true to the point where you actually can, that is incredible, and it's a journey I am very grateful and thankful about. Thank the people of Barbados, thank the people around the world, around the Caribbean. Thank God, it's been a pleasure, and long may it continue.
No hit-making songwriter likes to choose favorites, but we put Edwin on the spot to tell us his top 5. When he's done, you tell us your top 5 Krosfyah favorite songs.
Voice in my head, because it's just there. It's that type of song. It speaks for you. Obadeli, Highway Robbery, Pump Me Up, and then the first one has to be Something Greater. Something Greater, yeah.
Well, here's hoping that you enjoyed watching this episode as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Keep watching the Crop Over 2020 Souvenir, the digital edition, as we talk to some of the men and women who have helped to make the Crop Over Festival what it is now.
Don't expect no more than what we already have. Keeping it simple.